My name is Srirang, and I'm representing for Ultratech Cement Building Product Division. And it's my privilege to share the dice with all the dignities, and very good afternoon to all my engineer friends. So as we are discussing on the retrofitting and repairing works, so I have few case studies which we have done some few of the work on the repairing works, structural repairing works, and just in 10-15 minutes I'll be discussing a few of my case studies which we have carried out through few of our products, and also taking the help from other institutes. So the requirement of the structural repair is normally before going into that, the causes of the structural damage. Like we come across a lot of structural damages, and that too at quite early stage. Normally we design structure for 50 years, 100 years, but because of some issues or causes and effects, we come across a stage where we need to repair the structure where there is a structural damage for the structure, and which can affect the structure to collapse, like the many of the discussions since from the morning we had gone through it for the major structures, infrastructures, buildings and all. So for that, the different effects are like weathering effect. So over a seasonal period, like we can see, there are a lot of seasonal changes happening in last 10, 12 years or last decade. So that also affecting the structure, poor maintenance, creep and shrinkage. Then the concrete design part. Sometimes the concrete designed initially, but afterwards it has been used for different purpose. Additional loading is given. So those are also the issues which we face, and that also results into the damage happening to the structure. Then the structural loading, faulty design part, in one of the case studies I have, where because of the faulty design or a inferior design made earlier, and which has resulted the structure to be considered at early stage for the redesigning or the retrofitting work, corrosion, steel and other temperature effects. So these are all the effects which leads the damage to the structure, and the damage goes to the extent where it is a stage where we have to compulsorily completely repair it. A normal touch-up and normal these things will not work. So that stage we need to take into the consideration that we can see all the stages happening or the damages happening. Even the due to the corrosion and due to the expansion of the steel, corroded steel, the entire concrete gets spalled. So those also needs to be repaired. So I have just few of the case studies. One of the case studies is a residential building where the design was not done in a proper way, and the entire column, and this is a basement area where the entire column from the basement water leakage, water seepage coming from the basement has gone into the entire column work, because the waterproofing in the foundation was not carried out in a proper way, which lead to water absorption in the column, the corrosion of the reinforcement, spalling of the reinforcement, and entire structure has the entire column this thing has distorted, which has resulted for the compulsory retrofitting work. Then a very own structure right in Hyderabad, our Katedan indoor stadium. So there also, during the construction of the indoor stadium, initially it was designed for a lesser capacity, and eventually when it was finally designed, the work was going on, and then there was taken a call for the redesigning and increasing the capacity of the stadium, indoor stadium, and by that time already the columns, the beams and the over roof structure were already in the place, and that time the design has been changed, decided a decision has been taken to increase the capacity of the stadium. So in such cases also, it is not a repairing case, but in such cases also, if we have to accommodate additional loading, we need to strengthen the structural part. So during that part, all the structures, all the beams and the columns were been retrofitted. Additional reinforcement casing for the entire structure has been done using a micro concreting technology, and that entire structural work has been carried out. So this is the work which we have carried out in 2017 and 18. using like few of our products, consulting with the construction, the consultants who are involved there. With that, what is the strength requirement? Basic parameter is when we are like increasing the dimensions of the column to gain additional strength. What is the requirement? Those minute requirement, and then the additional work or for the increasing the capacity has been carried out with the Katedan Stadium. And one more case study, like when I was like working in Mumbai, we have seen one of the project called Seawoods project that is near to in Navi Mumbai, near to Seawood station. So where it's a residential project, hardly 10 or 11 year old building. It's a big building project, NRI's building project, and this entire building basement area has like catched up the entire distinct column distortion, spalling, everything, and there was a stage of fear that the building may collapse if the columns, because like we stand on the column, the entire structure, entire loading is coming on the column, and if it is not repaired within time, there are chances that there could be a big disaster. So a renowned structural consultant from Mumbai, the expertise, they are involved into this. They have made some NDT tests and other tests what are required. All those tests were carried out, and afterwards Ultratech team was approached to carry out few of the structural repair work which is required. The entire building was just within 10 or 11 years. It was in this condition. All the columns were spalling, entire columns reinforced, exposed. The reinforcement has carried a lot of corrosion. This is because it's a Navi Mumbai area which is like very close to seashore, so a lot of like saline water infiltration from the ground table happened. So because of that, the entire structure got damaged like this. During this thing, then the jacketing work, putting the like some 400 tons of this thing lifting for the column. When we are distorting, like repairing the column, there are chances that buckling will happen. So jacketing work is like provided to lift the beams, to keep it in place while carrying on the structural repairing work for the columns. And then the structural designer has given basis that which column to be first treated, and then what is followed, like depending on the different design structures. There are around like 22 odd columns, and which are the columns in which sequence has to be like everything is designed, and then accordingly we have carried out the entire retrofitting work with one of our repair contractors who are like working with Ultratech and with our building product division for the entire retrofitting work. So these are all columns which are all damaged, also need to be strengthened. So wherever the reinforcement is in good condition, they are cleaned, the rusting with rust remover and everything, and wherever the reinforcement are totally damaged, so remove those reinforcement, placed a fresh reinforcement, and then caging of around like 4 inches from all the size, increasing the size of the column, and which has like resulted into the proper working. So these are all the stages where it has been like damage. So this was like during the general, like we have few of the products like anti-corrosive coating, then the slurry coating, then jacketing work with the micro concrete, which we have microcrete as our micro concreting work. All those products we have used, and along with the consultant and along with the contractor who are like experienced contractor working in those vicinity, so we have carried out the entire project. So like these are the areas sometimes we don't expect in a short span we have to go for such a huge repairing work, but we need to be always ready. And like sir was telling, if it is like during the construction, if it is not monitored properly, the entire execution part and also the design part, where and which area where the different like soil investigation, if something is not like done in a proper way, or if any negligence happens, even also during the maintenance, so we normally come across such kind of issues which needs to be addressed before the severity. The last part is which we have done recently, Vaibhav Jewellers Vizag. You must all be knowing it. It has like catch fire. It's a big this one commercial building which has like catch fire last year, and the entire building was damaged. So that entire you can see the stage after like when it is damaged, after that like and it has catch fire, and after removal everything. So this was the stage of the structure, and then this entire structure we have carried out doing the structural repair works even for the slabs, beams and the columns, and now the work is almost at the finishing stage. So this retrofitting work also inspection done there, along with the structural consultant, what is the strength expected for the column. Additional, we have increased the size of the column, putting the micro concreting and doing the micro concreting work. And these are all the stages, and finally the work has been finished. So we don't expect such things to happen, but we also need to be ready, and we need to be aggressive on that part when we face this kind of situations. And a quick decision and a faster work needs is always expected to repair these kind of structures. So these are the works which we have done with our few of our products like micro concrete, and then we also few of the products that are for the structural or the surface repairs, like we have repair polymer mortars, HDP membranes for foundations, for other membranes. So with the use of all these products and adding year on year, we are adding more and more products, and we are trying to extend our service along with the cement, along with the RMC for the new structures, as well as for any sort of such repairing work where we are forced to execute that repair work in the industry. And as a Ultratech team, we are looking forward for extending our service for all such kind of activities. So this is all from Ultratech, and thank you all for listening.